Hello and welcome back to another video of Formula 1 Challenge 1995. Today is race 17 of the season, the Australian Grand Prix and the season final. It's been a very tough season and it's pretty much decided by now, both the Constructors and the Drivers' Championship, which means Michael Schumacher is the world champion of the season and Benetton has won the Constructors' Championship, followed by Williams. And well, not much to say about the entire season, to be honest. There's been good times and bad times, but I'm pretty sure that after the UK, so after Silverstone, it's been a downward spiral, so probably due to end season exhaustion, or well, I don't know really. So this is the last race of this season, and after that we will continue with the season 1996 with a different team, of course, as by then Simtek ceased to exist. So without further ado, let's head over to the track, do the qualifying session, see where we end up on the grid, and let's see what we can do on the race. Let's go. So here we are with the qualifying lap. We'll see where it will take us. So a bit about the track. Again, I've been playing 85, 86 before, and this is a lot different than it was back then. The layout is supposed to be the same, however, the track just looks completely different, and it took a good amount of practice to get used to it, and I assume there will be probably tons of mistakes because of that. But all in all, it's not a bad track. I kinda like it, but I'll definitely be happier if the Australian Grand Prix was already Albert Park, aka the current Australian Grand Prix, which will actually happen next season. That's when it came to the calendar. And here we go through the chicane. And this corner is a tough one. I make a lot of mistakes here. And you need to be really careful in this one as well. And this is it. And now here we are on the grid already. As per usual, Schumacher starting from P1, followed by Coulthard and Hill on P2 and 3. Johnny Herbert is on P4, followed by the two Ferraris with Alesi in P5 and Berger in P6, who is still our rival, but he's already miles ahead, so I don't think that we'll be able to switch places with him on the standings. Panis on P7, Häkkinen P8, Menzel P9, and here we are on P10. It's actually a pretty good position to start. We haven't had any of these for a while now, so it felt good. Irvine on P11, followed by his teammate Barrichello on P12. Brundle, our BFF, on P13. Bouillon in P14. Morbidelli in P15, Lamy P16, Salo on P17, Frentzen P18, not sure what the Sobers were doing, Katayama on P19, Gachot P20, followed by Badoer in the Minardi, the one-time race winner from Germany, P21, Inoue on P22, Diniz P23, Montermini P24, Moreno on P25, and our teammate Verstappen starts from last place. What a season final for poor guy. And here we are, the lights are on. And the lights are out, the race is on. I'm trying to get a good start here. Going to the inside. And overtake one of the McLarens, Menzel, and now we overtake Häkkinen and Panis. And now we fight it off with Berger. We push a bit out of the track, so he's able to take the position back by cutting the corner, but not good enough. And one of the Williams is already out, hit the wall, and we're up to P5, very close to Alesi as well. And we tried to have a look on the inside, but there was just no space left, so we keep chasing him towards the straight. And again, as usual, the Ferrari is faster on a straight line, and Hill somehow got back to the race. I thought he was out of the race when he hit the wall, and on the corner we overtake Alesi. Also tried to move on Herbert, but it didn't really work out. So we just stick close to him and wait for an opening and get the overtake done. Maybe in the last corner. No, not really. We go on his inside, but he's faster in the straight, gets the better exit, so he's back to P3. And after the first lap we're already in P4, so that's a pretty good result. Again, no space to make the overtake, just follow him through on the exact same line. And now we go for the move, leave him little space, but he goes wide and takes the position back, so we're still not up to P3. Maybe now. And now he backs off as we go wide. That gives him the opportunity to re-overtake us, so we're back to P4. It's actually a nice battle with Herbert for the podium. And on the straight he's a lot faster as per usual, so no surprise there. That's a Benetton, and we're racing with a Simtek. Here we go for a different kind of move, just to try to close the track in front of him entirely, which finally yields us the podium place. And on lap 6 we're already very close to Coulthard as well. So just a couple of laps later we can go for the move on Coulthard, which we do here. Push him a bit wide, but he's still side by side. And now we're onto the straight where the Williams should be faster, and he is faster. But there's gonna be the next corner where we may be able to go for a move, but there's just not enough space left. So we just follow Coulthard through and wait for a better opening. Again, we just need to stay this close to him all the time, so as soon as there is an opening we can exploit it and take over the position. Just like here in the last corner, go a bit wide on the exit to leave him little space, and we're up to P2. P2 that is, and it's only Michael Schumacher, the world champion, in front of us. Let's see if we can catch up to him and overtake him as well. And well, until the end of lap 9 this didn't happen, so we couldn't overtake Schumacher at all, and is still more than 3 seconds ahead. And here we go a bit wide. It's important to note that the tires were dead at this point. However, as you can see if you look at the sky, that it's getting darker, and at the start the commentary said that the weather is unpredictable, so I was hoping for some rain, and at this point I was sure that it's going to come, so I didn't want to go for a pit stop before it happens, so I can take one last and just go out on the wet tires or the intermediates. That will depend on the track conditions. And at the end of lap 11 we came out for the pit, hit the wall a bit, no suspension damage thankfully, and we're going to put on a set of inters because it's already raining and there's a little spray as well. And as you can see, you could see from the lighting, yes, there's gonna be a massive storm here. And the first thing that I noticed that, well, these tires have zero grip, absolutely nothing. I had to go really slow, really careful, because the intermediates felt like I was driving on ice. They didn't grip at all. I swear I had better grip on the slicks than on these ones. And now we're down to P6, which is not too bad. And we have Panis right behind us. However, this may warrant an earlier pit stop if the track conditions get worse. So we can go out for a set of wet tires and see if we can get a better grip with those. But for now, it wasn't really the case. And at the end of lap 13, we're already getting ready for that pit. And actually, this is around when the madness started, and the AI started to DNF, actually quite a lot of them, due to another bug in the pit entry, which caused some interesting situations, as you will see later on in the race. And there is already a yellow flag. And as you could see, Panis just went through the wall, despite the pit entry is not even there. Just a bit backwards at the corner. We cut the corner through the gravel, because this shows how little grip we have. And at the end of lap 14, we come out to put on the wet tires. And as you can see, there's been a massive carnage here in the pit lane as well. And a couple of cars are already out of the race, as you can see there. It's one of the Ligier and I think one of the 40s. Just, yeah, both 40s actually. And we're back to P6, so nothing really had changed. Alesi is out of the race. Panis is ahead of us. And yeah, as you can see, someone just left on the track in ruins. And wow, that car didn't even want to disappear. And yes, we got the corner again. And through the pit, we're pit exiters, or the guys who went out for a pit stop. We're up to P4. So we still might have a chance for a podium. And the shocking finding was that not even the wet tires have a grip. They have absolutely none. Well, except for the AI, as you can see, because it doesn't really matter to them. So at this point we were again fighting the lack of grip, just like on the Inters, and get overtaken by Menzel after we go off the track. So we're down to P5. Trying to go fast, but it's literally impossible. And get overtaken by Irvine. Thus we're still in P5. Because someone is already out of the race. We hit the wall as we slip through the corner. So at this point it started to become a real struggle, because as you can see, there is just absolutely no grip. And then on lap 24 we're fighting with Panis, who's actually a lot faster in the straight and not really affected by the grippy shoes of the wet tires, and the rain has pretty much ceased. So for the final third of the race, we'll have a chance to go with another set of slicks. As you can see at the end of lap 27, we come out for a set of slicks, because the track is already dry enough, so we can actually go for this. Never mind the spray. And we're back to P7. So we need to catch up with Panis, and we need to do it quickly. in lap 29 when we actually hit Panis. Well, at least his rear wheel that sends us flying, and he's still in the same position, so thankfully we didn't do a lot of damage to him or to ourselves. So the race is still on, and now we're fighting for the last single point here. The grip is still not ideal due to the wet spots on the track, but it's definitely a lot better than it was while it was raining. And you can see Panis still having the wet tires on. And everyone tried to go for an overtake, both Panis and ourselves, which ends up in us hitting Lamy, then overtake him on the last corner. And the pieces of that car are just still there. It's just they just forgot about it, or well, I don't know. So we're on P5 by lap 33. Don't mind the Minardi in the front because he's about to be lapped. Menzel is ahead of us on P4 with more than 15 seconds, and we're still going to fight Panis here. Minardi goes off the track, and the car just doesn't turn, and we hit the wall, lose a tire and the front wing, and this is it. The race is over again. So yeah, we DNF'd. Herbert won the race, followed by Coulthard and Blundell. Irvine, Panis, Badweir are the guys who got any points. So yeah, it's been a very tough race. Schumacher is actually out of the race. As you can see, the pit stop bug killed off quite a lot of cars. So yeah, this was the 95 season. Schumacher, the absolute world champion, followed by Hill and Coulthard. And we're still on P6 at the end of the season, which is not a bad result. We have 2 podiums throughout the season. And we almost had a third one in Silverstone. So no real reason to complain about anything, to be honest. It's been a fairly interesting season. Obviously had its ups and downs, as it's normal, I guess. So yeah, all that's left is just to get ready for season 96. Here are the final constructor standings. That got us to P7, so we got overtaken by Sauber, McLaren and Minardi. And this was it, the season final of the 1995 season. And I'll see you at the next race at the beginning of season 96, Australia. Goodbye.